Welcome back to another episode of Bad Beast Barbecue. Yeah, I'm not wearing my Bad Beast shirt today. I got a little Fort Walton Beach shirt on today. We went down to Destin, Florida for vacation and just got back not too long ago. Had a fantastic time. And of course I had to buy me a few shirts. So we're going to be posting a video of some stuff that we did out in our Destin vacation in the near future. But right now we're going to talk about doing some teriyaki flavored beef jerky on the RecTech mini pellet smoker. Okay, so what we have here is we have almost 2 pounds of IF round. Now what we did this morning, it was a little partially frozen and we ran it through our meat slicer, and they're probably about 1/4 of an inch thick, maybe a little less, and they've been sitting in the fridge all morning, and we got to make our marinade and get these bad boy marinated. Now we're not going to cook these until tomorrow. We're going to let these marinate for overnight, so 12, 18 hours, something along those lines. So we have our marinade already mixed here, and this is a combination. You'll see the list of ingredients here on the screen, but it's a combination of teriyaki sauce, soy sauce, chopped garlic, hot sauce, brown sugar, and a couple of other ingredients. Now, what's unique about this one here is that we also have pineapple juice in here, and along with the pineapple juice, the hot sauce that we use is the hot sauce that we got from Fuego Box, and the hot sauce is a mango suave hot sauce. It's not too hot, it's got a nice little heat to it, but it's also sweet also, so it gives us kind of that mango pineapple type flavor. We didn't put too much in here, probably just about a tablespoon or so, okay? So let's go ahead and get this bad boy put together, all right? So we got our Ziploc bag here. All right. And we are going to put our slices of olive round in our Ziploc bag. Now I guess I could have marinated it in the Tupperware that was already in, but I wanted to make sure that we could move the Ziploc bag around in order to make sure that all parts of the beef got marinated. Okay, so let's take our glove off and open up our marinade. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cook this on the RecTech smoker on some racks. And we're not trying to make them brittle because I like my beef jerky to have a little pliability to it. So we are going to cook them at the RecTech Mini's lowest setting, which is 180 degrees, and cook them for a few hours to see if we can dry them out enough to make some beef jerky, okay? So there you have it. We got our beef in our marinade, and we're gonna let this sit in the refrigerator overnight, and we will see you guys in the morning. So don't go nowhere. Okay guys, so it's the next day, and these been marinating about 18 hours. So I've already drained off the excess marinade and put them in this Tupperware, and give you a look at this. You can see that the meat has kind of changed colors and things of that nature. Still got some of the garlic that's on top of it. I'm going to leave those garlic pieces on top of it just to see how it turns out. So what we're going to do is I have my rack here that I'm going to put inside of the RecTech pellet smoker, and I just have the pan itself just to catch any excess marinade that may drip off of it. So we're going to go ahead and get this laid out. Now what you want to do is you want to make sure you space your pieces out. Now because of the limited size of the RecTech Mini and the amount of beef that I have here, it's probably going to take me a couple of loads to run this, to get all of this done. But you want to make sure that when you're putting this on the rack that you leave space in between, because you want airflow, you want smoke to get into each and every piece. So let me go ahead and get these laid out, and then we'll get these out to the RecTech and get things started. Now we're going to be cooking on, once again, RecTech's Mini's lowest temperature, which is 180 degrees. And like I mentioned before, we're going to cook these until they're dry, but they're not brittle. I don't want them crunchy. I want them pliable, like I like my beef jerky. So, hey, don't go nowhere. We'll see you out at Direct Tech. Okay, guys, so I'm ready to put this on the RecTech Mini Pellet Smoker. Forgive me for the volume difference, but we're using the phone to record this part here. I did pat these dry a little bit with some paper towel just to get the pool of marinade that was on top of these pieces off. And I'll go ahead and stick these in the RecTech at 180 degrees for about an hour. I'll check on them in an hour, and see how far we are along. So here we go. All right, guys, so the beef jerky's been on the pellet smoker for about an hour. So let's check it out and see what we got so far. All right, looks like it's drying out pretty good. Not quite where I want it to be. So we're gonna let that dry out for another 30 minutes to an hour, and we'll come back again and check on it. All right, guys, so it's been about almost 3 hours, and I think the jerky is exactly where I wanted. Let's take a look at it. I'm gonna pick a piece of. Come up here. Okay, so it's about where I want it. You see, it's still pliable, but it's dry. I'm gonna let it sit and cool down a little bit before we try it and do the taste test. Okay, so I'm gonna put the second batch in, and then we'll do the taste test later, and then I'll tell you how it all came out. So hey, don't go nowhere. Okay, guys, we're done with cooking our beef jerky. Now we have two examples here, two different timelines, and I'm going to show you a close-up in a minute. But the ones over here on my left were in there about 3 hours, so, and the ones over here on my right was in here about a little more than 2. So this is a 2-hour batch, and this is the 3-hour batch. So I wanted to see if there's going to be a difference in taste, texture. There's definitely a difference in color. Let me go ahead and give you a close-up look at this. Okay, guys, as you can see, the batch on the right-hand side is lighter in color. It doesn't have very many charred edges. It does have a little bit more of the fat that is still rendered on top of it, so we kind of dab that off with a little paper towel or so. On the left-hand side, these are the ones that were in for 3 hours. As you can tell, they're a little bit darker. Some of the edges are a little bit more crispier, probably a little bit more crispier than I wanted. So, but let's go ahead and have a taste test. The first one we're going to taste is we're going to taste the one that's been in for 2 hours. So let's go ahead and it's definitely pliable. I don't like them very, very hard. I want some chew to them. So it definitely has the consistency of beef jerky. Yeah, it's got a fantastic smell to this one. Okay, let's have a taste test. Wow, now this one is very, very good. I can taste the teriyaki. It's got a little sweetness to it. Don't have a lot of heat to it, so I guess I would have to increase the amount of hot sauce that I put in next time. But this tastes great. That 2-hour cook time seems to be a little perfect. Now, this one here has like a little vein of fat in it, and that's why you want to use the leanest meat possible that you can get your hands on to make jerky. The more fat that's in these, the more rancid they would get, or faster they would go bad. These were not marinated with the curing salt, the pink salt, so these may last a week, week and a half, maybe a little long in the fridge. I plan on putting these in an airtight food saver bag, suck all the air out, so they should last just a little bit longer. Okay. All right. So let's taste the ones that's been in for 3 hours. Okay. Like I said, these are a little bit darker and they're a little bit more brittle, and They seem to be pretty hard. Not as pliable, soft as those are. Now this one has more of a smoky smell to it though. And let's go ahead and have a taste test. Okay, so here's my verdict. I would definitely eat these that were in there for 3 hours. The smoky flavor is a little bit more pronounced. However, the sweetness factor kind of tapered off in these ones that's been cooked for 3 hours. I mean, technically, I guess you can say these are almost getting close to being on the, I won't say on the burnt side, but it's just like on the overdone side, okay? But these are still edible, just have a different flavor just because of the length of time that they were in the smoker. These that were in there for 2 hours are relatively perfect. So the next batch that I cook will go in at 2 hours on the RecTech Mini at 180 degrees. So I definitely like these. I'm gonna take these to work and see what the guys at work think about them. Well, that's all we have time for tonight. Thanks a lot for watching our video. And if you're interested in the RecTech Mini Pellet Smoker, check out the guys at RecTech Grills. Fabulous customer service and fabulous products. And all the information for the Marinade and everything that I use will be down in the description block in case you're interested in using this. And you don't have to have a pellet smoker to do this recipe. You can set your oven to 160, 180 degrees and cook it in your oven also. If you can control your other grills, your Webers and UDSs and things of that nature to keep it down to a low temp, 160, 180 degrees, you can go ahead and do this too. We do have a dehydrator that we make jerky in also. And the next time I make jerky, I'll use the dehydrator and show you guys how that works. But it's no secret. I'll just show you what we do with ours. So, okay then. So, well, like we always say, where there's smoke, there's fire. If it's fire, then damn it, there just might be a barbecue there. See you guys around the smoker. I might be able to sell some of this.